Hey, Good Sam, this is Pastor Jed. I'm really excited about what God is doing in our church family. On campus, things are just popping, things are buzzing. There's a group of men that are just walking around from building to building. They're taking care of the electricity, they're changing light bulbs, they're rewiring things, they're getting our campus ready to receive people for Wednesday night. And you might be asking, what's going to happen on Wednesday night? We are having our first ever Wednesday night live. I'm in the cafe, and there's a team of people that are setting up chairs, they're setting up tables. We're preparing to open our campus for a multi-generational event. People are going to gather, they're going to gather around tables, talk about their days, get familiar with who God is bringing to our church. Then we're going to be able to break up into other groups. Our kids are going to go to the Kids Zone, our students are going to go to the Loft, and our adults are going to gather around God's Word to discover what God is saying to them, how God is speaking to them, what they are going to do with what we learned about on Sunday. So on Sunday, we launched a new series. We looked at Joseph. We're unpacking his life. Joseph gets more airplay than anyone else in the book of Genesis. We see from Joseph's life that this is a man who knows how to deal with adversity. He learns to trust God as his whole world falls apart, as he is betrayed, as he is tempted, as he rises into positions of leadership. We see his relationship with God sturdy him and help him to move into the future. We have a lot to learn from Joseph because we are seeking to be people that follow Jesus in the same way that he followed God. On Sunday, we were reminded that Joseph didn't come from a perfect family. While he was a golden boy, he did not come from a perfect family. His family struggled with passivity. And so as a church, we're just asking the question, God, are there areas in our life in which we are being passive? Are there things that we need to attend to? In Joseph's family, we discover that anger was left unchecked, and so it grew and it grew and it grew until it just blew up. And so we're asking God to help us to examine our lives deeply, to discover if there are pockets of anger that are growing that need to be extinguished by God's love and God's grace. In Joseph's life, we discover that there are little pockets of pride that pushed Joseph forward. Look at me, hear what I have to say, celebrate how God is going to use me. And we're examining our lives to see if there are pockets of pride that we need to address. In our life, we want to become fully devoted followers of Christ. And so Joseph is helping us to do that. I'm really excited about what's going to happen on Wednesday. Did you know that we have 103 people that have signed up? And so God's really stretching us. God's really surprising us. And I love the way that our church and our teams are just responding. We're thinking creatively. But thank you so much for jumping in with both feet. I'm also loving what God is doing in our children's ministry. Christina has asked our congregation for 90 minutes this summer to invest in kids' lives. And this last Sunday, we have 16 people total that have said, yes, I will step up, I will challenge. And so she's developing a waiting list because there are more people that are eager to jump in than she even originally asked. And so thank you for that. Like I said, this is a big week for the Good Sam family. It's a big week. There are going to be some highs. There are also going to be some moments that just stop us in our tracks and make us pause and make us reflect deeply on the things that matter most. Last night, I had the opportunity of praying with Del Frazier. Thelma had a complication in her health. She's in the hospital. She had a decision to make whether she should push hard, fight for another surgery, maybe gain another couple weeks or months of life. And she made the decision that she is just going to let nature take its course, that she is done pushing and fighting, that she is ready to go home, she is ready to be with Jesus. I love the way that our church is gathering around the Frazier family, the way that prayers are being lifted up, the way that thoughts are being sent their way, the way that we are surrounding this family in love. And so it's going to be a big week as we celebrate how God is bringing new people into our family, and as we recognize that God is calling Thelma Frazier home. And so I just want to encourage you to continue to be the Good Sam family that you are. Continue to pray, continue to serve, continue to love. We'll see you on Wednesday.